Landon Blackwell here for Queen Slipper Playing Cards. Today we're going to take you through the world's most popular form of poker, No Limit Texas Hold'em. The first thing you need to know about No Limit Texas Hold'em are the hand rankings. Poker always consists of 5-card hands, and we're going to show you some examples of the hand rankings in poker. The first one is high card. Basically, it's just the highest card in your hand. So in this case, this is an ace-high hand. Obviously, it'd beat a king-high hand, and so on. The second hand is a pair. Fairly self-explanatory. Basically, what we have here is a pair of nines. Obviously, a pair of aces is the best hand. The next hand is 2-pair. Again, fairly self-explanatory, 2 pairs. In this case, you've got 2-pair, kings over queens. If someone else, for example, had aces and nines against your kings and queens, the aces and nines would win because you always go by the highest pair first. If 2 or more players had the same hand, for example, kings and queens, you would decide the winner by the 5th card, known as a kicker. For example, if I had a 10 kicker and you had an ace kicker, your 2-pair, kings and queens, with the ace kicker would win the hand. The next hand, which beats all the hands you've just seen, is known as 3 of a kind. Self-explanatory, once again, 3 of a kind, plus the 2 extra kickers. In this case, 3 jacks. The next hand is what we call a straight. A straight is 5 cards in sequential order, but of no particular suit. So in this case, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all in different suits, but because they're in sequential order, they form a straight. One thing to note, aces are generally used as a high card. Otherwise, you can use them in the low end, ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, or in the high end, 10, jack, queen, king, ace, for a straight. The next hand is a flush. 5 cards of the same suit, but in no particular order. If, for example, you had an ace-high flush, and I had this queen-high flush, your ace-high flush would win. So again, a flush, 5 cards in the same suit, but in no particular order. The next hand is a full house. 3 of a kind combined with a pair. So, in this case, 3 threes and 2 twos, pretty easy to remember, full house. The next hand is 4 of a kind. Again, pretty self-explanatory. I've got 2 small pairs here, 4s and 4s. The next hand is a straight flush. As you can see, it's a combination of a straight and a flush. So in this case, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, all in hearts, a straight flush. And finally, a royal flush. This is an ace-high straight flush. 10, jack, queen, king, ace, all the same suit. This will probably be the only time you see it, so there you go. Now that you know the basic hand rankings, we'll now explain to you how No Limit Texas Hold'em works. Now that we've shown you the hand rankings for poker, I'm going to take you through quickly just some of the best starting hands for No Limit Hold'em. The best hand in No Limit Hold'em is a pair of aces, or pocket rockets as we like to call them. The second best pair, and second best hand in poker, a pair of kings, also known as cowboys. Then you have pocket queens, the 2 ladies, third best pair in Hold'em. The 4th best hand may surprise you a little bit. It's actually ace-king, also known as big slick. It's the 4th best starting hand in poker. Generally a very good hand, but can be a little dodgy at times. That's why they call it Anna Kournikova. Looks pretty, but rarely wins. Then pocket jacks. Again, a good starting hand, but not necessarily the best. Remember, you've got 4 hands above that can beat it, so just be very careful when you're playing pocket jacks. Another good starting hand are suited connectors. For example, 8, 9 suited. Generally good to call to see a flop with, but if you don't end up hitting a straight or a flush draw, best just to get it out of the way. But finally, the worst starting hand in Hold'em is 7 deuce offsuit, known as the hammer. Don't ever, ever, ever play this hand. It's not worth it. Now that we've shown you the basic hand rankings and also some of the best starting hands for No Limit Hold'em, we're going to show you how the game works. No Limit Texas Hold'em is the most popular form of poker in the world today. It's played in every major tournament around the world, and it's also the most popular form of the game online. It's best played with 4 to 10 players, but you can even play No Limit Texas Hold'em heads up or one-on-one. So to start off with, everyone receives 2 cards face down. These are your cards, known as whole or pocket cards. Don't show anyone else, just have a look at them yourselves. Once the whole cards are dealt, there's a round of betting. Once the round of betting is complete, we burn 1 card, we just place it to the side, And then we turn the first 3 of the 5 community cards face up. In poker, we call this the flop. So once the flop comes out, there's another round of betting. Once that's done, we burn a second card and we turn a 4th community card face up. This one we call the turn. There's another round of betting after the turn. And once that's done, we burn a 3rd and final card and turn our 5th and final card face up on the board. We call this the river. There's another round of betting after the river, and once that's done, we turn up our cards to see who wins. Now in No Limit Texas Hold'em, the object of the game is to form the best 5-card poker hand using any combination of the 2 cards in your hand and the 5 on the board. So now that we've taken you through the basics of No Limit Hold'em, we're now going to incorporate some betting for you. So what you'll notice here is a white dealer button. That just says who hypothetically the dealer is, but I'm doing all the hard work for you, so you don't have to worry about it. Rose, you can start with the button, okay? Now before the cards are dealt, there are always 2 forced bets out on the table known as blinds. So to the left of the dealer button, we're going to have the small blind. Can I just get you to put in 1 white chip, please? Excellent, okay. And to the left of the small blind, we have the big blind. Tiffany, 2 white chips, perfect. Okay, so remember, the big blind is always double what the small blind is, and it's always the minimum bet on the table. But because this is No Limit Hold'em, you can bet any amount you wish up to the amount that's in front of you. The object of No Limit Hold'em is to form the best 5-card poker hand using any combination of the 2 in your hand and the 5 out on the board. That's all from us here at Queen Slipper Playing Cards. I'm Landon Blackwell and hope to see you out on the tables.